Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of this flatbed build. Yeah, I don't have too much time into this. Where I left off, different undershirt, same hoodie. I'm not gonna get a bunch of shit all dirty, but anyway, let me show you what I kind of have in mind on what's going to go on today. All right, got Zeus out here to help us, kind of chilling by the heat. Well, I'm going to be using some of this 4x8 today, hopefully. Got 2 more 20-footers, little 4-footer right there. Still got that piece right there. I got plenty of steel. May have overdone it. My goal today is to box in the rest of this. I do have 4-inch blocks that are going to go right here, and then from right there I'm going to angle it down, and then I'm going to put the sheet metal on the back side because I like the look of seeing all this framing on it. And then from right here, I'll end up just making a piece that will come up at an angle. So yeah, we're gonna get started on that. Oh, and as you can see, not the greatest of welds, but it is what it is. I'm gonna grind some of that down. And then I still gotta make my mounts up here. So I'll end up doing that. I'm probably gonna just put the mounts right here. So that way I can use this slot through the frame, because I really don't want to drill through the frame. I'm using grade A bolts, so I figured 4 bolts should be good enough to hold this down. And then I do have it to where this back piece, I mean, it's not welded in or anything, but I just had to tap it in just a little bit. And as you can see, you can move it. And that'll kind of help support the back as well. Yeah, I don't know, I might just come in and see if I can't put another bolt right here. I'll probably end up doing that and then putting a little brace right there. I'm not sure. I don't know if it needs it. I'm not going to be hooking up a 5th wheel plate to this. Down the road I might add a 5th wheel plate, and I'll just end up bolting that to the frame, and then I'll just have to cut a hole in the top deck, and I could still do a 5th wheel. But other than that, yeah, it's a little windy and cold today, but we're gonna get going. So all right, so
I don't really like a lot of these.
yeah, I know. Okay, so for these side pieces, we ended up getting them mocked up. And trust me, they aren't perfect, by all means. I mean, look at this gap right here. We got the Grand Canyon, but what we'll end up doing is grabbing some more pieces. I've got some pieces that I had cut off, and what I'll do is I'll place it right in there just like that, and then weld it. And once I grind it, you'll never see it. So it is what it is. You make mistakes, but thank God they invented grinders. So other than that, the back piece is all done. I think she looks pretty good. And now we got to work on the headache rack. So I don't know if I want to go clear up top or just have one go to the bottom of the window. I'm kind of shooting for the one by the bottom of the window. You know, just bring it right up to here. And that's it. See if that'll look good. But yeah, so this is where we're at. So we're gonna look over some designs and see what else we're gonna do, but yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty good. Alright, so we got Brian over there making some cuts for the headache rack. He's cutting them at 17 inches, and then we'll have a bar going straight across. And yes, we are gonna angle those 2 17-inch pipes in just a little bit to follow the contour of the body. So he's just barely started taking some welding classes, so we're gonna have him do some welding and get practicing. Something messes up, like I have done, just grind it down. But once he gets that cut, we'll get him on the truck and continue the video for today. All right, so I had all the kids team up, ended up getting this off. Got it flipped around, so I started welding every little joint that I could get. Did the top side. Still need to put some caps on the end of the headache rack. Still got to put that one in, that one up there that I need to tack in real quick. And then this guy's going right there. And then after I'm done welding all the bottom, then I'll have all the kids get out and flip this over. The reason why I'm having my kids do it is obviously my back. Nothing like getting in a car wreck and getting it injured, but all right, so this is the progress so far. And I know a lot of you guys said just it's nice for you guys to get to the point, so that's kind of what I'm doing on this video. But yeah, that's it so far. All right, so a little update on this flatbed. So as you can see, ended up going through, grinding some edges. I still gotta grind a couple welds on top. Didn't end up welding the top ones on these. I just did the sides and bottom. That should be good enough. And then I'm thinking of doing 2 bars on the headache rack. So yeah, what I need to figure out is if I'm gonna put, I got a little 1x1 bar. I was thinking of running right along the center, so that way it gives it a little bit more support. Then it should be good. And then I'll end up doing a fuel door right here. So probably just do a little square right here. I'll have to box that in. Other than that, I think that's about it. Then I can start, I gotta put caps on these. Then I can start laying down this decking. Get that all welded in and hopefully be ready to paint this tomorrow. But yeah, not too bad. All right, so I'm pretty sure you didn't want to see me all cutting and everything, but got those braces in. Plenty strong, stand on them, so hopefully that'll help out. Got those 2 middle pieces welded in. Finally got everything grinded down, prepped so I can start installing the sheets. And then this right here, I'm gonna make it a little door, so that way I can get to my fuel. I don't feel like having my fuel hang down below, so I figured just a little door right here would be good enough. Still got to cap those in, but I'd rather work on this decking, change it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the process so far. I mean, it's gonna be plenty sturdy. So now I'm just gonna work on getting the top decking squared away and cut. All right, so as you can see, all I did was back this piece up as far as it would go and grabbed another 2x3, put it right in front, traced it. Then I did the 2x3 sideways and so on, and that got it pretty close. And yep, I'll have to fill in a couple little gaps, but it'll be covered with rhino line, so not too bad. And then with this back piece, so what I ended up doing was I traced it to the outside of the frame. You can see my line, it's kind of faint. So that's where I need to cut this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it cutting, and once I get it cut, I'm gonna flip it over and see how we did. All right, not too bad. Give me just a little bit to weld on to the outside. Yeah, it's freehand, so I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but looks good enough. So then what I'll do is I'll end up stitch welding the center and then rhino line over the top. So that's how it's looking so far. Still got to get the sheet metal for the top and the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'm going to do a little thing right here that comes up. And then, I don't know, I was thinking of doing something right here too. Maybe having a curved piece. I don't know. I should help keep it even sturdier than what it is. That's it. So now I'm gonna start stitch welding this on. Go from there. It's good. Keep going. All right, so while we got Brian finishing up the welding, let me show you what we've got done so far. So this is gonna be covered with rhino liner. So all I did was a little stitch weld. I don't need to go full on welds. And then in the back, I also did some stitch weld. Some are okay and some are just horrible. It is what it is, but it'll hold. And then we started burning in this side as well. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. Yeah, we got all that done. And then we still have that back portion right there, and then the rest of this. And this is all stitch welded in. So we're just gonna make it a full-on seam and then grind it down. All right, so we got everything grinded down. The whole top deck is fully welded. Next thing will be the tail end. I got those pieces cut. Those ones will actually be pretty easy. And then after that, it's time to continue to weld on the bottom side. You see these marks. Those are marks where we started. We got some over here. I was able to get one right there. Brian got these ones. Brian got all the bottom side. We still have to do this half of it, but ran out of wire. So that's it for tonight. All right, quick little update. Got everything capped off. Got it all welded up underneath. Yes, I primed the outside. Got those plates welded on. And then just for right now, just so I can get fuel, I got that hole cut right there. I'll figure out a little latch system a little bit later. Just running out of time. But now we got it prepped up. We're gonna throw some rhino line on this. Go from there. All right, so I got the first coat done. It doesn't look too bad. I did the flatbed spray on the top. It's still drying, as you can see. But I need to go through and I'm gonna buy a 5-gallon can of the actual stuff you can roll on just to make it thicker. So then I did the gloss black for all the sides. So once that top dries, it'll be a dull black, and then with the shiny. So it won't look too bad. And I do have a couple runs in the spray paint. I got a little eager. So hopefully they won't show up too bad, but it is what it is. All right, so a quick little update. Ended up having to borrow a couple of neighbors' engine hoist, and they ended up setting it on top of the truck for me because, like I said in previous videos, I can't lift anything because my back. But there's that rear light right there. That's how it's gonna sit. And then I got that one drilled, and now I gotta set that other one. Those two white squares are gonna be the reverse lights right there. So to drill these, I just got this little step bit right here. Works great. So all I'm gonna do is just line up the other one where I need it and get drilling. All right, guys, this has been a long time, but I do have the emergency brake on. Just flipped it in reverse. Those bright lights are the reverse lights. And I got the regular running lights. I'm gonna go put it back in park so you can see. All right, so here's just how it's gonna look running down the road. I think it looks pretty good. And then for the lights, for the license plate, I ended up just getting these guys. They were off Amazon. I mean, they're pretty sweet. They actually hold on the license plate, but yeah, everything is tied in, ready to go. The only other thing I got to do is I've got to get a new trailer connection. So I got to take that little bracket off. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I have no idea. Well, anyway, this is it. Now I got to tuck wires and everything. And what I'm going to end up doing is getting a rubber mat. Since I don't haul anything with construction or anything, I'm going to put a rubber mat going from the top. I'll bolt it down, and that way it'll protect all my swim gear and stuff for when we go boating. Coolers and everything like that, they won't slide off as easily. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys, so this has been, started this project, I believe, on Friday. We're looking at Wednesday, and yeah, it's been a long time. A lot of grinding, a lot of cutting, a lot of welding. I went through about 13 pounds of welding of the .035. So just take note, you'll be using a lot of wire. Other than that, she's done. So thank you guys for watching, appreciate it. And I do have another video coming that will involve me bolting some clamps down right here. And what's cool is it has a quick release for little D-rings. So you have to stay tuned for that video. Thank you guys, appreciate it.